Hi guys, welcome to Football Brownie. Hope you're well, keeping safe, keeping each other safe, and spreading love during this pandemic. Because we all need a little bit of loving, my friends. We all need a little bit of loving. Before I go any further, there you go, timed it well. Please like, share, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel. We're going through a roof of subscribers lately. Come on, get that magical 1,000. That's my Twitter handle, my Facebook page, and my Instagram. Also, Alan and the guys, awaydayapro.co.uk get you 10% off their clothing range. Hey, when we all go back to the watching the football, you want to look good. You want to look good, don't you? In front of your mates. So get on the link to the website and get you a 10% off. And hope you're well anyway. Right. Just thought I'd do another one tonight. Last night was a bit, a bit fun and games. Before I go any further, though, I don't really have much phone battery, and I prefer to do, these kind of live shows using my headphones. So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, last night really fun and games, wasn't it? But go on to chat. Dave, hope you're well, my friend. Brownie, yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm good. Tom is in the house. Hi, Tom. Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm good. As Cardiff fans and as general football fans, really, today's been a difficult day, really. Marks the first anniversary of the death of Peter Whittingham, and to me, who was more than just a Cardiff City player. I did do a video about it earlier on. So, guys, I hope you will join me. If you have a drink or whatever, even water or whatever, to drink, R.I.P. Peter. And you'll always be a Cardiff City hero and a genuine human being. That's all I want to say on that, really. Tom says, what's your opinion on Jose at Spurs? Do you think that they should have kept him? Do you think they should keep him? I'm very surprised by today's result. My opinion on him. I do like Jose Mourinho. I really do, but I liked him. I liked his attitude when he went into Chelsea first time round. I watched that Tottenham documentary, which is great, to be honest. But however, certain selective clips. But Tottenham have got a real odd mentality, haven't they? From the top down, and I don't know. I couldn't tell you. People would say, "Oh, Jose, passed it." But I think it's more than a manager sometimes. And has he really been backed? That's a question I put to you. Has Mourinho really been backed by Daniel Levy? Just putting it out there, really. I don't give a fuck, if I'm honest with you. But, did he want Bale? I know he really wanted Bale when he was in charge of Real Madrid and Man United and couldn't get him on both occasions. Now what we're talking about 5 years later and a more injury-prone Bale. Did he really want him? Or was it like a commercial kind of transfer? Which Daniel Levy put together. I don't know. I really don't know. Tom, I'm a fan of him and wanted him to do well, but given how Spurs treated Poch, I can't. The thing is, Tom, yeah, and football fans need to. I think we are more football fans more coming round to this now. Is that managers or players, I don't think really give a shit if they get sacked, in my opinion, because they always have the payoff. and there'll always be another club willing to take them on. You know, that's my opinion. Just mercenaries, absolute mercenaries. I Right, I say this on the day of first anniversary of Peter Whittingham's death, and he definitely wasn't a mercenary. But I would say 80% of the managers and players I have come across during my work in a non-working world, absolute mercenaries. And they do not give a shit about clubs. As long as they get a payoff, they get good wage, they get good terms with their contract, they don't care. And I've come around to the point that at 3 o'clock on Saturday afternoon, basically it's one company playing another company for 90 minutes. That's my opinion. Maybe as I'm getting older, I'm getting more and more bloody cynical. But Dave, Brownie, did you hear Lukaku was out for Wales game? I didn't, Dave, to be honest, but I do know that likelihood that Hazard will be, as what I explained last night. I don't think a decision has been made, but basically, it's either save his career, and he has to do emergency operation now on a titanium plate in which he had done. That needs to be repaired, or continue playing in pain, which could destroy the rest of his career. You know. Tom, not his fault though, but clearly, yeah, it is. It is actually. It is actually. And Tom, if I'm honest with you, I think it could be a mentality of most kind of Premier League teams at the moment these days now. Remember Arsene Wenger come in and it was, as long as we finished fourth, we were okay. Yeah. Well, I heard it was. This is an example, right? For every place in the Premier League, right, the difference between, for example, finishing first and second and third, around about 3 million, give or take a couple of 100,000 each way, right? So around about 3 million, right? So forget about whether you support a club or not, right? Let me put something to you. If you were in charge of a team or in charge of a club which was finishing regularly second or third every single season and getting it because you were getting into that Champions League, that's really all you want to know. Because if you went full on out, spend to be champions, the amount you would spend to get the better players would far exceed the additional income in being Premier League champions. Clubs are really looking at the fact that as long as they finish in the top four, they get into Europe, and that's where the money is. Yeah? And I just think that that's a sad indictment on a Premier League, really, these days. I grew up in the fact that the champions would only go into the European Cup, which is now the Champions League. You'd have the Cup Winners' Cup, which is a very prestigious tournament, Cup Winners' Cup for the FA Cup winners, and the UEFA Cup, which is now the Europa League, would be from the teams have finished. That would range, but normally teams have finished from second to fourth or second to fifth, and that was it. But the prize positions now range so much that it's not really a kind of, there's not really any momentum behind club owners to really go at it, because the prize money isn't there. Prize money's not there. Well, that's just my opinion. Maybe, Finn, hi Finn, how are you doing? Do I like Ryan Giggs? As a player, great player, absolute great player. As an individual, and I can only go on stories in which we all know. No, not my type of individual. Richard, evening again. Hey, Richard, hope you're well, guys. Earlier on, I was on Richard's son's channel, Jake, West Ham unofficial. Absolutely great. It was hard for me earlier on, but Jake is a great lad. Check Jake's channel out, West Ham unofficial. Even if you're not a West Ham fan, Jake is really going to go places in the YouTube world. I can show you that. Well, hi, I'm good, mate. And yourself? Hope you're well. Seen a few fans saying, bring Scott Parker. Hey, he's he's done well. He's very lucky, if I'm honest with you. If he was another club and he had that kind of start to the season, which Fulham had, he could have had the boot before Christmas. But I don't know. Could he be the next West Ham boss? Did he play for Spurs? I know he played for Chelsea. Richard would know this. I know he played for Charlton, didn't he? And Chelsea. And then West Ham. Did he play for Tottenham? Because I can't remember now. Dave, Brownie, who do you think Cardiff should sign in summer? All depends where they end up, Dave, really. All depends where they end up. If you're in Championship, I don't know. What? I don't know, if I'm honest. I've always liked the big man up front. We need support for Kiefer Moore. Because when at the moment Cardiff are running him into the ground, so we need backup there. I don't know. I really don't know, mate. Good question, but we don't know where we're going to end up, do we? Dave, I'm being honest. Giggs never turned up for it. No, he didn't. He didn't. But it may not have been his fault, Dave. Really, Ferguson was trying to protect his players, and you can't fault that, really. And Giggs would have seen the likes of Lee Sharp go against bloody Ferguson doing their party days, and Lee Sharp kicked out one of the leads, and his career just dwindled. Okay, Scott Parker, I can't remember, mate, to be honest. I can't remember. But, okay, do you think that Mourinho, do you guys in the chat think Mourinho has been backed? No, let's be honest, no. And I'm not on about Giggs, because I don't think Bale. I don't think Bale is a Mourinho signing. Not nowadays, I think that was a proper commercial signing by Tottenham. So take Bale out of the equation. Do you guys think that Mourinho has been properly backed by Tottenham? Because remember, wasn't it the year Tottenham went to a Champions League final? They didn't sign a single player. Finn, the problem with Mick, sorry, is that people he signs are not the greatest players. One thing Harris was good at, signing good players. If I'm honest with you, Finn, if I'm honest with you, probably the type of players in which would be brought in would really depend on what the playing budget would be. So Mick have got far more contacts than what Harris would have, which is a good thing. But I know you get at the Johnny Williams transfer. and that is obviously a failure at the moment. Belmore, I haven't seen you in here before. Welcome, 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 welcome. Have I been to Middlesbrough away? Yeah, I went to Middlesbrough in the FA Cup quarter final, which Cardiff won, and Whittingham scored actually a booty. Southgate was in charge then. Middlesbrough was still a Premier League team. Cardiff were in the Championship, and yeah, we beat Middlesbrough and then went on to semi-finals and then the final. Will Palmore FC, don't know what you mean. Cecil, don't know, I haven't got a clue. I think he may be talking to you guys, talking once to another. Dave, I once went to QPR away, one of the last 6 months worst in my life. I used to love going to QPR away. It was proper away day. Love the ground, proper old style ground. Very close up with the players. London as well. Yeah. QPR, one of my favourite away days, QPR. Tom, what do you prefer? What do you prefer? Wales to win a World Cup or Cardiff win a Premier League? Good question, Tom. If you ask me that, right, in the 90s and the noughties when I used to go watch Wales away quite often, I would probably say Wales to win the World Cup. But as time gone on, and the ex-wife, well, my banning order, plus the ex-wife putting her foot down a bit, I hardly went to away games then. I did go to the Euros, we all know my story there. But nowadays it would be Cardiff to win the Premier League. But if you ask me that, I'm 42. If you ask me that bloody, I don't know, 15 years ago, it'd be the other way around. How about you anyway? How about you guys? What would you put? Well, Cardiff fans, obviously. Up Cardiff, evening, my friend. Hope you're well. And I will go out. You did. Yeah, you did. Well, are you? Well, obviously you're a Borough fan, but what's your opinion then on Neil Warnock? Have you got and also Mendes Lang as well, my friend? And also help me out with building a subscription to my channel in the Middlesbrough area. Cold as fuck, though. Your new ground is coldest ground I've ever been to in my life. But you're more than welcome to come to the channel. No worries at all, my friend. Upper Cardiff. I think Wales win the World Cup. How old are you, Upper Cardiff? If I was in my 20s and so on, watching them home and away, I probably would agree with you. But my circumstances have changed. My circumstances have changed, so it would be more Cardiff winning the Premier League these days. Dave, Brownie, do you think African team will finally get past quarterfinals in World Cup in Qatar? The problem with African teams, right? I'm going to try and be careful with this. But the problem with African teams is that the majority of good African players, you have to go back in history, right? A large percentage of the African continent is the former French colony, or former French colonies, So, and please pick me up on this if this is incorrect. But as far as I'm aware, it's very much like Spain. As far as I'm aware, you're given automatic visa if you want to if you're grown up in a French colony in an African nation which was formerly owned by France, basically, and you're growing up like Morocco, I don't know, right? But basically, you're given an easier route to become a visa and a French national. That is why you had that's why you have the likes of Zidane and all the French-born players, but they playing for France. So even though the colonies are no longer there, football terms, the likes of France and Spain, Italy as well, because Italy used to own Ethiopia. They're kind of raping Africa of their better players that way. Now I'm being really careful with my word in there, but yeah, Algeria, yeah, because you have got Arsenal fan with Uar over. Anyway, so going back to your question, Dave, I do apologize. Going back to your question, I can't see that happening for many years. I can't see that happening for many years. That's just. I better leave that one there. Blemo. I think that's your name. Yeah, hey, nothing. Listen, Mendesland. Everyone deserves a second chance. I'm really glad that Borough are doing something in which may burn Cardiff in the backside, which is giving him another chance. Warnock, just a goat, really. I love Warnock. I do love Warnock. I do. Upper Cardiff, imagine a nation if we won the World Cup. I know. Hey, I know that. But imagine Cardiff fans if we won the Premier League. Maybe it's a selfish kind of thing, Cardiff fans only celebrating, whereas everybody would be celebrating the World Cup. Maybe it's maybe. Upper Cardiff. Mendes good player down here. Lucky to have him. Yeah, I agree. Scored first the other week. Chipped the keeper. Jack. Lots of French players play for African teams. Probably had over 20 players playing the World Cup. Not Parry had over 20 players. Are you on about PSG or Red Star or Paris FC? No, it would be PSG, wouldn't it? I suppose. Paris had over 20 players playing the World Cup. Yeah. I'm just going on. I'm going on. Maybe my wording wasn't correct. Maybe the wording should be something like very much like UEFA, where they're trying to put the European bloody league or whatever. Is that the big nations don't want to expand, and it's hard for smaller nations to progress. Yes, they give him more places in the World Cup, but this is why why I said the other day, in my opinion, in the finals of tournaments, because of the standard of some of the teams, I think winning the Euros is a far harder task than winning the World Cup, because you do have likes of in the Oceania, New Zealand, Australia, Qatar, Iraq, Iran, China. You do have to bring them kind of teams into the World Cup, which kind of like affects the standard. Anyway, Mr. Bundle in the house, what's cooking? I'm fine, mate. I hope you're well, my friend. And hey, thanks a lot for coming in, Mr. Bundle. Dave, if Wales win a World Cup, I do one chip challenge. Like, what is a chip challenge? What is a chip challenge? What is it? Oh, cheddars. Here we go. Here we go. What the fuck is cheddars on about now? Right. It's mental. It's mental health. Oh, don't even start me on that. Don't even start me on that. I'll give you an example. Give you an example, and it just shows it. God would never allow me in heaven if well, you would have known anyway. You would have known everything in which I've done. But um, as most of you know, I'm in recruitment. That's my main kind of work is in recruitment. Been in and out of the recruitment industry for so fucking long. I wish I never ended it, but it is what it is. So um, so one period of time I mainly focused in the construction industry, and I was watching the news back in the UK. I was watching the news, and it was a like a story on the news which was saying about the amount of deaths which are going on in Qatar because they were building the stadium, sorry. So there's me now, and I'm thinking, all right, okay. Well, if people are dying all the time, maybe they need me to fucking supply them with more workers. Oh, I know. You lot are gonna think of me so bad, but yeah. So I got in contact with like a guitar kind of embassy in London, and then I got in contact with the people in Qatar, and like talks and negotiations were going quite well, actually. The terms and the bloody payments. One thing I didn't like, though, is that they wanted any workers we supply to hand over their passports the moment they got into Qatar. So basically, the person would be locked in Qatar until the job finished. I thought so. I agreed to it, knowing that only a certain amount of people would agree to it. Right. So, okay, no problem. Continue going into the job and all that. Then then we started talking and doing video calls and so on regarding the. I'm gonna have some nutter bloody coming with shotgun from Middle East now, but no. Regarding accommodation, the workers' accommodation, right? And they done a live kind of Zoom chat, and the person was showing me using the telephone camera, showing me the accommodation for the workers. And I'm kidding you, I have seen some shitholes in my time, but they were absolutely fucking disgusting. Absolutely fucking disgusting. And after that phone call, I finished the talks. I would have made a bit of money, a real good bit of money if it worked out. But it was the workers' accommodation that 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 finished it off for me. Absolutely disgraceful. Upper Cardiff, Maradona, best player of all time. Absolutely, absolutely. Hey guys, I know I mentioned it yesterday, but did anyone do that YouTube search for that final Barcelona against Athletic Bilbao 84 Copa del Rey final? Finn, how did you live next to Peter Whittingham, considering it just shows how good I was at my job, really. Grew up in Merthyr. And let's just say before the credit crunch in 2008, I was very successful. I think that, that's all I'm going to say. Oh God, I even now after my divorce, property portfolio, um, not as many as I had. Thank you very much, Lisa. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. But property, recruitment, and everything else. And if I'm honest with you, and also football, work with Stephen at football agency, I kind of know how much Peter Whittingham was on. And because my income would be up and down, up and down, up and down, there would have been some weeks in which I would have taken home more than he would have. But I'm not going into figures. Mr. Brownie, do you know the difference between chicken leg and? Oh, go on. I need a bit of a laugh. Damon Brownie, my favorite cup were Italia. Yeah, Russia wasn't a bad one actually. And Japan, no, Japan and Korea, absolute rubbish. It was corruption from start to finish. How Korea beat Italy, beat Spain, and got to the semi-finals. No, absolute fucking corruption. That killed it for me, if I'm honest with you. Italia 90 was a good one. That was my second one. My favourite was Mexico 86. I don't know if you would agree with me, but I'm a firm believer of the first World Cup is always your favourite World Cup. Jack, players born in Paris played in World Cup. Ah, okay. Players born in Paris played in World Cup. Played in World. Yeah. Well, but it's very much. It'd be very much like how the Ireland team used to be, or in some cases a Welsh team. It's basically, it's basically, if you're not good enough to play for England, then you look at the your other options. So people are born in Paris. If they're not good enough to play for France, they'll go for the other options. Up Cardiff, yeah, it was a great World Cup. People do tell me who are like older than me a year or two. They do tell me 82 was better than 86, but I've been to Ayresome Park. Best ground I've been to. Ayresome Park, I didn't go. I tell you why I didn't go. Because Cardiff played Middlesbrough in the replay when we were in the old Division 4. I think the Borough with Bernie Slaven was in the old Division 2, which is now the Championship. But we beat you in a replay. And the reason I didn't go to Ayresome Park was because the replay was in the middle of the week. And I was still in school back then. Yeah, I'm a bit disappointed I couldn't, but I've been to a new ground. Best ground I've been to. Bernabeu, San Siro. I didn't mind Parc des Princes actually, PSG's ground. I went there with Wales, Northern Ireland in the Euros. I don't like these new grounds. That's a problem. So I don't like a new Wembley. Millennium Stadium, I'm not really fussed on. Although location-wise, Millennium Stadium is great. It's right in the middle of the city centre. San Siro, a history behind it. Nou Camp. I prefer Bernabeu to Nou Camp. But how about you? What's your what? I think Pele was the best, or Eusebio was better than Maradona. No, not having it, Dave. But it's all about opinion. I got no problem at all on that. Jeez, sorry guys, I lost you now. Finn, how do you live as? He was fantastic. He was a fantastic player. Eusebio Ronaldo, what Portuguese? I don't know. It's a massive bloody difference, isn't it, for how football was played in Eusebio's day compared to how football was played in Ronaldo's day. But they used to kick Eusebio a lot. Not as much as they used to kick Maradona. That's the problem. Hey, Matthew, hope you're well, my friend. Jack, glad you didn't take the dirty money. I know. My bank manager is Roger. I saw your video on Twitter about yesterday was fraud. Good to see you, I suppose. Yeah. I know. To be honest, I wasn't going to do it. I wasn't going to do it until someone suggested it in the chat yesterday. So I done it. I couldn't be bothered to go back in old videos of him admitting that, saying that that he take Man United coaches. Up to Cardiff, I did actually, Brownie. I give it a watch. I did actually, Brownie. I give it a watch. It was like a bloody cage fight after. I know, it was crazy, wasn't it? It was crazy. Korea beat Italy at Essen. That was at Essen Park, was it? Yeah, but you talking North Korea. You talking North Korea. Hang on. I'm trying to think now. Who was a North Korean? I thought it was at Goodson Park, actually. Everything's gone. But no, okay, I'll go with you in Essen Park. Yang Cook, I can't remember the goal scorer's name. But yeah, definitely. That was North Korea, yeah. Korea, North Korea, yeah. Hi, Eston, hope you're well. Brownie on the poll. No. Very good friend, my best friend's girlfriend. Right. Blamo, has Korea and Singapore... when did the Korean War finish? 1964? 1964? I can't remember. Anyway. Tom, I thought Messi was the best ever, but changed my opinion after watching. Yeah. Amazing individual impact he had at Napoli, completely transformed him. And what you have to realise as well, Tom, right, is that back then only the champions would go for the Champions League, right? So if you imagine how many fewer Champions League medals both Ronaldo and Messi would have if only the champions of La Liga was entered into the Champions League, you know? And also as well, the type of tackling Maradona had to put up with, it's banned. It's been banned throughout both Messi and Ronaldo's career. And I'm convinced that if Messi and Ronaldo had to be put up with tackling, which Maradona did, neither of them would have been playing after the age of 30. I'm convinced. Right, bear with me a sec, guys. Okay, sorry, guys. Right, one Brownie, Tom, the guy was insane. Yeah. Oh, fuck, his vote's not called. I don't know, mate, to be honest, but I think it could well be a case of, I don't think Ramsey's going to be fit enough, so he could replace Ramsey. But it is a weird call, I'll be honest with you. It is a weird call. Matthew, I'm good, mate. Have you heard me listen? Yeah, I have, mate. I have. Me and Dan were talking about it in one of the Cardiff City shows. Was it last week or the week before? Um, but yeah, it was last week's actually. But we both agree that I think it's just procedure, that because of a type of uh, case it is. It's a private case, isn't it? I think both clubs have to be put on the kind of witness kind of list, because I'm talking as a layperson, but I'd be struggling to find how Cardiff would be found guilty on the charges against it. Really, have a check out the Cardiff City show from last week. Upper Cardiff, didn't that news come out? Yeah. Dave, 1953. Okay, yeah, no what, but yeah, I used to watch the show MASH, and yeah. R.I.P. Bond. Hey, I haven't died. Not yet, anyway. Not yet. Dave, Brownie, do you miss Indian Park? I do miss Indian Park. But even if it is here now, I wouldn't be able to go because of where I live. But yeah, it's not many clubs. Many clubs. The problem, right? This is a problem which doesn't really get highlighted. Okay, when the plans were drawn up for Cardiff's new ground to be done, right? I remember Sam and Man talking about this. Right. So the plans were drawn up for the new stadium. Now, when you approaching the council at the time, Russell Goodway, no comment, absolutely no comment. But when the plans were drawn up, you need the council's backing. You also need the police backing and the environmental group backing of the environmental groups, right? For it to progress, for building to start. So they had the council backing, they had the backing of the environmental groups, but they didn't have the backing of the police. And the reason they didn't have the backing of the police was because the police would only give their backing for the new ground if the away end was next to a family enclosure. Right? And that, my people, is the sole reason why the new stadium in Cardiff and other new stadiums, let's be honest, because it wouldn't just be South Wales Police who would put that kind of make that kind of stance, and other new stadiums. That is the reason why the atmosphere in new stadiums is never as good as the atmosphere in the old stadium. That is why. And it's about time, bits of information like this should come out. Because, in my opinion, South Wales Police should be solely blamed for the reason why Cardiff City Stadium atmosphere was never and will never be as good as an Indian Park. There you go. Upper Cardiff, Brownie, did you go to Liverpool? Yeah, I did. And then when Cardiff scored, I fell down 3 flights of chairs. Yeah, I did. Great game. How the hell didn't Kenny Miller score that goal, right? Matthew Devine. I remember him. Brownie, weird question. What's your sleeping schedule? Fuck. My sleeping schedule, whenever I can fucking sleep. Lorena, what's my sleeping schedule? No. whenever I can sleep, basically. I do have to do my main work throughout the night, easier for me. Just anyway. But our way end is next to a main end in a family stand. Yeah, that's right. That's right. All the new stadiums need police permission to be built, right? That's part of the planning kind of rules. So the police will only give permission for new stadiums to be built if the family enclosure is next to the away end, because it basically gives them a buffer that no trouble happens between fans. There you go. A bit of brownie facts for you, lot. I'm telling you. Right, 13 people. Hang on, before you any other questions come in. 13 people. You guys better like this. You guys better subscribe if you're not subscribing already. Give me a like mark. Give me a subscriber mark. I want to know. I want to know. Hey, and so far we've had no Swansea. We've had no Swansea fans in here tonight. I have a bad feeling the weekend watch along is going to be nuts. Our stadium can be rocking and sell out, to be fair, but let's face it, it's rare. Yeah, but it could be rocking, even then it's not a sellout. If, for example, you go back to Ninian Park, you had your away end, you had the Grange end on one side, you had Block A on the other. You know, so the intimidation was both ways, and that made the atmosphere. If you got a family enclosure on one side, family enclosure never sings to it, you know. Joe, hi mate. Our atmosphere is so much better if Canton was by the away end. Yeah, exactly. But it wouldn't have been built. It wouldn't have been built if you know if that point by the police was accepted. Okay, Tom, favorite for. If I'm honest with you, Tom, yeah, I am all over the shop regarding if I done an accumulator. So teams are so inconsistent at the moment. Okay, Man City, sorry. Yeah, okay, no problem. But the most local team here who is still in Europe is actually Granada. And I got a funny feeling Granada's going to go to the final. Win it? Don't know. Champions League winning? Don't think Real Madrid. I think PSG. No, maybe Bayern. Maybe Bayern again. Yummy. That's a weird name. Should something out in Middlesbrough for a couple of seasons ago at the Riverside. Why was you banned from a football stadium? I always say this. Hang on one second. Hey guys, hang on. Right, so yeah, it's well known thing to be honest. I've been saying it so many times now. So basically, they set up a case against me over 2 years or whatever. and come out to QPR one night, and I got arrested, and they hit me with all my previous at the same time. So they hit me with a massive case. I'm very lucky I had a 3-year ban and not like a 10-year, if I'm honest here. Upper Cardiff, I agree, Joe. Move away, yeah, move the away end by the Canton for me. Yeah, you see, how many guys? You guys didn't know that, yeah. I'll tell you another thing as well. Salmon was dead against that police recommendation, right? And that, and the club knew that. No, sorry. The club knew that because he was so against the police recommendation, that was one of the few reasons why the rest of the board ousted Salmon as chairman, because they wanted to play ball with the police, because they needed that ground to be built. There you go. I'll tell you what, I'll bring it up with Steve tomorrow. Remind me before we finish. Just farted in a jar after my dog hijacked my car. Good one, my friend. Good one. Fucking hell. Right, Matthew, the only time I've seen a stadium packed is when a big team comes down, or is it when? Well, to be honest, I never went back. As you guys know, I never went back after tan changed from blue to red. Even though they've gone back, I will never. I lost good friends because of my stance, but I will never go back until Tan is replaced or he's gone. But I did go when Wales were playing Belgium that time, when Bale scored Wales 1-0. And it was rocking then. But I used to see Ninian Park rock when it was only 2,000 people there. It really all depends on it's like that famous phrase in which people say, "Oh, I'm going on holiday with a group of guys." You could go on holiday with 10 guys and have a shit time, or you could go on holiday with your best mate, but because he's your best mate, have a better time than you going on holiday with 10. It's the company. It's the company. So, I've seen Indian Park rock when it was like 2,000 people there. Indian wasn't so good by the away fans. Yeah, that's what I'm on about. You had the away fans in the corner, if you remember, right? And then, so on one side you had Grange, which was quite a volatile place. Then you had Grandstand Block A, very, very close by as well, right? So you basically had vocal fans on both sides of the away end, which caused the atmosphere. That is what causes good atmospheres, right? That's what it looked like from a dock. Oh, right, okay. Oh, there he is. Who's the Russian? No. She's not Russian. Flubber, I'll talk to you. No, things have things have moved on. No, not moved on as in such, but I put my foot down today. I'll let you know about it after the show. Rio Ferdinand said his most hostile ground he played in. That's correct. That was doing the Leeds game in the FA Cup, which, by the way, I'm actually going to do a video on maybe next week. And if you remember, that was the FA Cup game. And if you remember, maybe a few days before, very shortly after that FA Cup game was very shortly after Leeds won a Galatasaray. Unfortunately, 2 Leeds fans lost their lives because they were stabbed to death by Galatasaray fans. But Galatasaray back in the 90s It was crazy, absolute fucking crazy place. And Rio Ferdinand went on record on live TV and said, this is far worse than Galatasaray. Really was only because he never played at Ayers Park. I can't remember now who you're talking about. Sorry, man. Right, at Cardiff, Brownie, please just ban him properly. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he's done, mate. I do apologise, guys. My ruling, yeah, is my ruling is, I can have banter with anyone. I welcome anyone in chat, even if they're Swansea fans. Giving me loads, but but don't fuck up a chat for everybody else. Don't fuck up a show for everybody else. You wanna give it to me? No worries at all. It's like yesterday. The guy come in racist comment, completely uncalled for. It wasn't against me. It was about the news story of like it's like I'm learning now. I'm learning on my feet with this thing, right? And I'm starting to read comments before I actually put them up. But is it any need that I need to read comments? The community is great. We'll have Bill banter. I tell you fuck off. You tell me to fuck off. I've got no problem at all. I'm telling you now, if any Swansea fans are watching and you think you're going to be the big man on a weekend, whether we win, lose or draw, you think you're going to be the big man, I'm putting a challenge out to you lot. You try and beat this community with some of your banter because you never will. You missed it, okay. Yeah, okay, sorry. Miss lad. Okay, sorry guys. I'm going to beans on toast. Never liked it. Bland, if I'm honest with you. Although it do make you fart. Right? Upper Cardiff, best firm back in the day. That's a good one. That's a good one. People older than me making me different. And I'm going to say this. I may have I may be slaughtered after, but it is all the Rio fans or back in those days would all agree with me. The problem Cardiff had is that you have people from the valleys, people from Cardiff, people, right? And they all wanted to lead. It was always separate groups, and it was never a real leader. That was always a problem Cardiff had. Regarding best film I seen, Man United when it come down for the FA Cup final. I think it's Millwall. Yeah, it was. Tottenham were very good as well. Tottenham were very good, but that was more. Tottenham come down to Cardiff. The FA Cup game was on a was it a Sunday midday or maybe a Saturday midday? Some shitty time it was. So Tottenham come down to Cardiff. All their band people jumped on coaches and come down the night before. It was crazy around like the Grangetown and so on. But I would say Man United, and what they all they call it. They're all dressed in black, so CCTV couldn't figure out who was who. And yeah, interesting. Football should work. Yeah, absolutely, Matthew. That's why more and more people of my age group, football fans who live in the UK, come over and they get they get their football fix now on the continent because it can be, like back in the 80s. Many people go to Germany and so on, don't they? Oh, Hartlepool or Borough. I never went a Hartlepool. Never went a Hartlepool. So Borough would, in my opinion. Matthew, we didn't fill a ground in the recent derby. Right, guys, I'm on 10% now. Yeah. We didn't fill in a recent derby with fans. I don't know. Dave, got to go. Yeah, I won't be long now, Dave. Many thanks, Dave. Bye, Dave. Hamish, oh, you're a nice guy. You may be on about the one I banned, though. Joe, do you remember where Austria went? I do remember that, but I don't know where I was, Dave, if I'm honest with you. I don't know if I was living over here or living back in Wales. And if I was living back in Wales, it would have been at the time of my marriage breakup. Uh, Tom, have you ever? No, 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 no. He lives in, well, he did live in a place called Calahonda, which is about quarter an hour drive. No, the guy's an idiot. Hi, Tony. Hope you're well. Uh, Sorry to hear about the issues you had with your grandmother's funeral yesterday. And guys, put the thumbs up, Tony, or the heart emoji in the chat for Tony. He deserves our love at the moment. He's gone for a very difficult time. Cheddars, Ronaldinho said Fratton Park was the best ground to play at. Fratton Park? Rubbish. Hi, Gary. Hope you're well, my friend. Hope you're well. James, hey, my friend. Hope you're well. Everyone's starting to come in now when I'm on 10 bloody percent. Back here now. LB, what's everyone saying for the score Saturday? I'm going for 1-1. As long as they don't lose, we can't. It'll drive me fucking mental if Cardiff lose, and because there are many non-Cardiff fans in the chat at the moment, and we got the derby on Saturday, and over the hundreds of years in which South Wales derby has happened, no team has ever done the double in the same season over the other team. Now, they won the game earlier in the season, which means that we need to avoid defeat on Saturday. And it's going to, that's at Swansea as well. And it's going to be bloody difficult, guys. I'm quite prepared to sacrifice a playoff place as long as we don't lose. That's how bloody stones with it I am. Matthew says 2-1. Hamish 2-0. Upper Cardiff says 0-0. LB, I think Mick's lost. No. I think Hamish, looking at that starting lineup, I think it was more focus on Saturday's game. That's why he was resting players, in my opinion. Jesus, I'm going to have to. Right, bear with me. I'm going to have to knock a cam off for a minute or so because so many people are commenting. I don't really want to lose you guys. I don't want to go out. Right, bear with me, yeah? Okay, guys, can you hear me? Double check you can hear me. Double check you can hear me. So many comments, and as we get more busier, I mean, Joy, I'm loving this. It could be an every night bloody thing, this, I tell you. Right, Matthew, did Swans have a firm? Do you anything about plebs at all? They always thought they were better than what they were. But never a match for Cardiff. Absolute never a match. Maybe they would pick off one, small groups. Pick off small groups. No, never a match at all. Tony, get off my internet. Hi Ryan, hope you're well, my friend. Hope you're well. Up at Cardiff. No, Matthew. Yeah, small club, small mentality, small firm. Sorry, Tony. There you go. What do you think of Tottenham? I know Arsenal fans are in here now. But no, talking about it earlier on, Ryan. Basically, I just put a question out there. I know Arsenal fans wouldn't care, but I just put a question out there. Do you really think? I don't think that Bale is a Mourinho signing. That's my opinion. I just think it was a commercial opportunity for Daniel Levy to try and generate interest and so on and so forth. So my question I put out, in which people haven't really answered yet, is: do you think Mourinho has really been backed? Because if you remember, before Mourinho coming, Poch took Spurs to the Champions League without making a single signing, wasn't it? So I'm just putting it out there. I did like Mourinho when he was Chelsea manager and coming across arrogant. I liked him at Real Madrid manager, liked him at Inter. He just kind of like lost his mojo. But I'm just wondering what you guys think. Do you think that Tottenham have really backed Mourinho? I don't think so. Tony, oh, you guys are on. You guys are on. Right, okay. Matthew? Awesome. Well. Right, okay. The Valley City fans hate it. No, that's nonsense. That's nonsense. No, I don't agree on that. I don't agree on that. Yeah, people always disagree, but I don't think hate. I don't know. No. Grangetown, well place. Do you live in Grangetown, and Will? I used to live in Grangetown when I first moved Cardiff years ago. Crazy fucking place. Football man, I get you on my show. We have a good chat. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, as I said on Jake's show earlier on. I think. Well, I wouldn't. I would hope that West Ham are everybody's second team this season, and the reason being is because it's very similar. They're like. Hopefully we'll break up the kind of top 5, top 6, whatever bloody media want to. Very similar to Leicester. But the difference between Leicester and West Ham now is that the owners of West Ham are absolute arseholes. And the main owner, Sullivan, it was from Penarth. I remember he wanted to take over Cardiff. But luckily for us, he didn't do it. But anyway, so West Ham fans are not just up against bloody, better teams, better managers, so on and so forth. Again, they moved under a lie, but they're also up against horrible fucking owners. So I really want West Ham to break that, get into the top 4, if not into the top 5. Souček, I got some man love for Souček, I tell you. What did he do? Yes, he will. What do you think? Oh, there you go. Hey, Arsenal, that question you had to pause. Oh, sorry, man. Sorry, man. I do apologize. Tony, I just think he's weird. I just think he's a weird guy, Jig. I can't really put my finger on it because what I'm thinking, it may not be, may push YouTube into taking my channel down. But I think he's an oddball. Um, uh, the problem is at Cardiff. The problem is that there's always been myths and lies and stories. But you know, I'm not saying either way. Yeah, I'm not saying either way. Uh, I've got 19. Right, there you go. Fucking loads. Joe really can't afford to. Absolutely not. The Fisherman, liaise away was the maddest trip I went to. The Fisherman, that's a new one. That's a new one. You're welcome to the show. Liaise away. I was too young. I was actually looking at footage on liaise away the other day. Um, yeah, I was too young, and because the European Games in midweek, I was in. Joe, will you ever hear the end of it? We'll never hear. We'll never hear the end of it. It was, yeah, he won the England games. Di Thomas won England games. I have been to games where I had absolutely no interest in, you know, neither team I had no interest in, but I went there for a crack because I knew I was going to be meeting friends, you know, who were lads from other clubs. Never went to an England game, but you know, I've been to some real strange games just because it was the opportunity for me to meet guys, have a good crack with guys in which I have known for many years. Uh, so you know, just because it was an England game, you shouldn't really take it. You know, how many people have gone on trips where they've never really fancied it, but they knew they'd have a good crack when they got there. Let's be honest. And at that time, Wales's level or standard, no one would ever afford to ever make a tournament. Uh, hey, Aaron, hope you're well. Hope you're well. Will, hi, my friend. Limbs, hi, Will, hi, Amos. Spurs, yeah, I know. Aaron, how's your disease? What? Hi, Hamish. Ready for the double? Oh, can't. We can't. We can't. We can't. We can't. Hamish, right. What do you do to celebrate? What would you do to celebrate? What would I do? I haven't got a fucking clue, mate, if I'm honest with you, Tom. I really can't wait. I really can't wait. I've got so many ideas, but as I have said on numerous occasions now, I am not going to invest any more, apart from my time, obviously, any more until I hit the 1,000. But oh Jesus, I don't know. I tell you what, until we hit the 1,000, I am open minded of any ideas you guys can come up with. But oh, can you imagine? Can you imagine? Uh, well, Brownie, are you good friends, Anis? Me, Anis, and Steve D, we tried to take over a football club years ago. Um, yeah, yeah, been trying to get him on the channel, if I'm honest with you. We fell out a few months ago because I'd done a video he didn't agree with, which is fair enough. You know, I don't agree with some of the things in which he does on his forum, but let me put my you know my olive branch out there, really. He has a very successful forum, Cardiff City, which is Cardiff City based. I am on the way to getting a successful YouTube channel going, which, even though it is general football, a large percentage is Cardiff City based. I I really want us to work together, you know, but I don't know. He is what he is, really. He lives in Mallorca as well. You know, you're just slightly annoying me now, if I'm honest with you. Slightly annoying me, for we have known each other for so long, and yeah. Anyway, absolutely, Aaron. R.I.P. Little brother. Hey Sam, you in the house? Guys, apologies if you can hear rain outside. It really come down. I haven't got my headphones on. You don't want to hear my ideas. All right, okay, no problem. DM me then, Tony. Cheeky pint in a borough. I don't know. I really haven't got a clue. It's still a fair way off, though. It is still a fair way off. You know, what is it? Well, just over 600 now. But it would be good, though, wouldn't it? Can you imagine? Or local Spanish boozer. I'm doing that on Saturday. Yeah, that reminds me. Yeah, I don't know if any of the guys watched it last night. Um, it has been announced that bars and restaurants can open until 10:30 from Friday, I think. So that means that I will be doing the watch along from a bar. Hopefully, uh, give you a better kind of like a better watch along experience. I'm hoping. So that's the idea on Saturday. Also, the Miami Casual, Derek Diablo. Uh, I don't think it'll be a live show. I think it'll be an upload, but I'll try and upload it before the game. If not, it may be uploaded on Sunday. We'll see how it goes anyway. Aaron, three things certain in life: death, taxes, and brownie blocking. Oh, yeah. Oh, lucky. Sounds like rain we had yesterday. Yeah, it's really coming down actually. Callum, I'm going for 1-0. We've had a few people put the predictions in earlier. Guys, put your predictions back in the chat. For Callum to have. I'm going for 1-0, man. Aaron, nice. Right. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna time out Blemore, yeah? Right? He's on a warning. Look at Brownie being like freaking Hitler or somewhere, right? But anyway, what was bang out of order? Hang on, what was bang out of order? Was it? What was bang out of order? Sorry, Avocado. You guys have bloody lost me now. Right, bear with me a sec, yeah. Is that better? Oh. Not better. Tried to see if I could drown out the bloody rain noise, but really come down. Yeah, yellow card. Yellow card. I can't find anything yellow at the moment. But yeah, yellow card. What's your name, son? What's your name? Turn around. Turn around. What's your name? Callum. We're part of the show crew. I don't like saying if I'm part of the show crew, if I'm honest with you. You know, but yeah, really had some fun back in them days. Really had some fun back in them days. No, so yeah, I suppose yeah, I was active member. I just we were just a bunch of lads which got up to no good, I suppose. Putin goes, no. Something's happened, Tony. No problem. That's why I'm downstairs tonight. He said with one record. Right, okay. Sorry, man. I right, okay. Listen, he's on a timeout. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't see that. I do apologize. I do apologize. He's on a timeout. Come on. Anyway, right. 20 people in the chat. Give me a like count, guys. How many likes? And give me a subscriber count before we go any further. Yeah, come on. Help me out. Help the channel out. Let's get to that magical 1,000. I don't know what the hell I want to. Well, I tell you what. Well, I don't know. Hang on. Showtime is here. So in the 60s now. Evening. You're not in the 60s. I'm 42. 60s, you cheeky bastard. No, we range, but I'm 42. I say 50. I say 50. Some of them maybe of 55 or something. You know, the older ones, but I don't think any 60. I don't think any of them are in their 60s at the moment, unless they're looking fucking good. Iron curtain between the two floors. But yeah, not having none of that. It's Soul Crew book worth a read. I'm actually in the Soul Crew book. Everyone's in the Soul Crew book. My best mate was part runner, you know, no Lakey, but Dave Jones, my best mate, and yeah, and everyone. I'm in the back of it, but also as well, all the names in the book were changed, so you have to guess who we're talking about. Do you remember when City were banned from the? Hang on. Do you remember when all City were banned from the vets? Yes, I do. Managed to get a ticket to my family stand because my mate was a uni there. Nightmare when we scored. Right, okay. Yeah, no, I do remember. Yeah, I do remember. What did you think? Upton Park when come car? Yeah. Loved going to Upton Park, I'll be honest with you. Loved going to Upton Park, James. Had some fun and games at Upton Park. And to be honest, when West Ham come down as well. West Ham come down, I think it may have been like a League Cup game or something. I think Defoe had a hat-trick. And the police frog marched. I tell you who was there. I tell you, Frankie, the West Ham fan Frankie, who is with, where I can see it on your logo there, James. You know, Isaac Hayden, the little girl who needs everybody's help. By the way, if you go back about 2 or 3 weeks, I had Frankie on the Friday football podcast, and yeah, he was there as well. He was there, but basically a frog march around Grangetown. It's a problem when I haven't fucking been with Grangetown for so long. It may change actually. I think they're part of the bloody flex now or something. But anyway, down Frogmarsh, round Grangestown, down Penarth Road towards Central Train Station, and we ambushed them coming from a corner pub. Guys, if you know Cardiff, Penarth Road, right? You got the Black and White Cafe. Everyone would know the Black and White Cafe on Penarth Road. You go further down, you got a carpet shop on the left that's been there for fucking decades. But there was also a pub there. I think it'd be apartments now or flats. But there was also a pub on the corner, and we were like hiding in the pub gardens and that, waiting for them to come past. Yeah, those were the days, eh? Those were the days. Amelia, hope you're well. We're not right. Thanks for reminding me, Amelia. No, unfortunately, a couple of things, right? Dan couldn't make it because of his football, because of his other work. He couldn't do it this week. So what I've done for the Cardiff City show this week, but this is for this week only. Basically, I uploaded the video because I uploaded the video earlier on regarding the anniversary of Peter Whittingham's death. That is going to be basically the Cardiff City show, but for this week only. I love Dan. Dan gives so much free time to this channel, and he loves coming on. Actually, it was just this week, bit all over the shop. I don't know if you guys have. It was officially announced about an hour or two ago that the Welsh FA have cancelled the Welsh leagues or whatever, and Dan has been involved with an unnamed club doing work with them to try and help them out, and they are involved in it is a bit of a minefield really, but he couldn't do it today, so I've uploaded the Peter Whittingham anniversary video today. That would just be the Cardiff City show for this week. Next week, Dan also we'll be doing the Cardiff City show. Dan also focuses on German football, German league football, and Italian league football. It's going to be a show as well, an additional show to the channel, which will focus on different leagues every week. Okay, so Dan would, whenever the show will focus on German or Italian football, then I will get Dan in and we can talk about German or Italian football. I've also got obviously Spanish football. Wouldn't mind a Welsh football expert if anyone can put anyone my way. Scotland as well, even Ireland, China, MLS. It's going to be a different league every week. So fair play to Dan. He wants to put more into the channel, and yeah, a French league as well. But what do you guys think of doing that? What do you guys think? Right, okay. Well, he should be back. Yeah, he's back. There he is, look. Right, okay. Sorry, my friend, but you're gone. Right. Tony, you need to replace 2 light bulbs. I know, it's more than 2. I know. Black and White Cafe has been changed to flat. Are you joking, Callum? Fuck's sake. Everything's going to flats. Black and White Cafe was an icon of a place to go before football. Fuck it now. Lemons would be amazing if you could get one of the soccer guys. Yeah, no, but I'm very lucky. I can tell you stories about what happened back then. because I live outside of the UK. Fuck knows what's going to happen when I get to the UK to visit people. But some people, yeah, I may have to bloody ask them to wear a clown, not clown mask, but some mask or whatever. I don't know. It would be good. I have tried to get Lakey on. I have tried to get the Windsor and Penarthur. That's right, the Windsor. That's right. Yeah, you got it. Thanks, Showtime. Thanks, Showtime. Yeah, the Windsor on the corner, wasn't it? City told us with Brownies. Well, you know, I do try, Tony. Yeah, it was for Windsor. Yeah, on the corner. Fucking shit, all. I'll be honest with you, but it was nicely located. Whenever you wanted to attack away fans who were getting from March to the Cardiff Central train station. Not as if I ever done it, of course. It would take all the classics away to ruin the memories. Unfortunately, you too, Callum. Whereabouts do you live then, Callum? Whereabouts are you? Cardiff, Penarth, or where? Aaron, yeah. R.I.P. my friend. So hang on. What's the like count? What's the subscriber count? Come on, guys, help me out here. Wrexham top them. I like Wrexham guys. You know, bumped into them many times in Wales away. No issue at all with Wrexham at all. Finn, you watching 16? No, I'm not really. I'm not really a rugby lover, if I'm honest with you, Finn. If it's on, it's on. I'll watch it. But no, I mean, you know, you guys know that when I was back home, my dad's birthday falls in February, so as a birthday present, I used to take him to the rugby, and we'd have a father son type of day, you know, mainly slagging off my ex-wife and my mother, you know, oh, you know, she bloody does this, she does that, you know, all day. But that's father son talking. But that's one of very few things I miss since I moved over here is his birthday watching a Six Nations game in Cardiff, because it wasn't a rugby at all, but it was the father son kind of time in which we used to have every year. You fuck off, Alan. No way. Don't incriminate. Exactly, my friend. 14. Okay, all right, no worries. Okay. Hi. Goodbye. There you go. Any stories about David Sullivan? What, David Sullivan, the West Ham owner? David Sullivan, West Ham owner, you mean, right? Yeah, he's gone. I'll have a word with Sasha to get the fucking Russian mafia onto him if he carries on. But LB, the midget, yeah. I don't, if I'm honest with you, apart from my time in which you tried to buy Cardiff. But I tell you who may, and I'll see if I see if he wants to talk about it. Tomorrow night, I have put the advert out, guys, but tomorrow night, Drunken Footy Podcast is going to be renamed Time Gentleman, Please. And tomorrow I got Steve Day, and we're going to expand on some of the stories. We actually, for Cardiff fans, we're actually going to crush the myth about Joe Ledley. Okay? Joe Ledley today signed for Newport County, and Cardiff fans still were having a go at him because of how he left the club to go to Celtic. Now, me and Steve know exactly what went on there, right? Do not believe the propaganda. Right, that's all I'm going to say for now. Do not believe the propaganda. So that's going to be one of the items in which me and Steve are going to talk about. We're going to be absolutely truthful, and and so therefore, with Steve being a West Ham fan and a former football agent, he had more dealings with David Sullivan than what I did. So if you're going to be watching, tomorrow, right? If you're going to be watching tomorrow, then bring it in the chat. Bring it in the chat, and let's get Steve talking about it. Really, right? Upper Cardiff. Do you ever have a scrap with Cash? No, no. He was older than me. He was older than me. I have met him a couple of times though. Great guy. Why did you ban? Because I tell you what, ask if anyone is talking to him, ask him to subscribe, right? Ask him to DM me, and then I will, right? Because I don't want to ban anybody, yeah, right? But you know, there's a fucking people need to fucking chill out. Another account and account number inbound. Sorry, my phone's on 2%. Fucking charge it, then, Callum. Fucking charge it, son. But hey, thank you very, very much, Callum. I hope you have subscribed. If not, please subscribe and tell all your friends and family. Let's get to that 1,000 mark, eh? Upper Cardiff, mate. Yeah, you did. Yeah. Okay. Hi, Harry. Hope you're well, my friend. Let's start that card. You know. Fisherman, apart from once in Brussels, Wrexham Cardiff, never seen any trouble. That's absolutely. Fisherman, do I know you then? I must know you, Fisherman. I absolutely must know you. DM me, your bloody real name. Aaron, hi mate. What time will tomorrow? Right, tomorrow, put the advert out. Very hard sometimes and nail Steve down onto time, but we've agreed it for 9 o'clock, so 2100 hours UK and 2200 hours Spain. Okay, Ben was actually okay. Cheers, Harry. Come on, Aaron. Quite a few, about 18. I'm subscribed on all different accounts. Oh, hey, we'll make it fucking 7 then, mate. Sorry, you didn't say 4 then. Bloody hell. Okay. It's just a few. All right, okay. Harry, look. Harry, I don't want his name spoken about in my chat. Yeah, I'm timing you out. You know, you're a good contributor, but I don't want his name spoken in my chat. Right? It's not that I'm political. I've left the UK. If I'm honest with you, I don't care whichever way. But this is a community, not just bloody my opinion. Yeah. Right. Bloody hell. I'm not gonna go into thing. I could easily go into a rant about that guy because I've actually met him, right? Easily go into a rant, but the guy is he's just a salesman. No worries at all. Best fans in Spain. Best fans in Spain. Oh, that's a good one. Now, okay, how would you categorize the best fans? I think what would be the best way for me to come back at you on that, Upper Cardiff? Because remember Spain is, geographically, Spain is much bigger than the UK. So, away fans, how would you come back with me? How would you say that? I come across some great bloody great sets of fans in Spain. I've met no, I'm on about Tommy Robinson. I met him once, fucking idiot. Bilbao, LB says, okay, the loudest fans. Ooh, I went to Madrid Derby. Look back, go back on my channel, yeah? Go back on my channel and go on the oldest videos, because I think it could well be maybe the first or second video I've ever done on his channel, and that was ages ago. I went to a Madrid derby, and the Atleti fans, it was the last Madrid derby at the Vicente Calderon, and they were great. They were great. Also as well, and I haven't been. I know my friends here last weekend was a Seville derby, Betis and Sevilla. I need to go to that one. That's supposed to be the best one. I've been to the Clásico a few times. I've been to Real Madrid, Malaga. I've been to. Valencia, I've been to Villarreal. But I think Atleti, if I'm honest with you. But have a look. Go back if you've got 5 minutes, whatever. After this, go back to my real first few videos, and you'll see why I said Atleti. It's Steve, the guy who wouldn't shut up for 3.5 hours while drinking 10 pints. Yeah, he's the guy, Finn. He's the guy. Former football agent, former employer of myself. A great guy. And away, yes. Right. What you get over here in Spain is that a large percentage of the clubs are within the main cities. But because there's so many, for example, Real Madrid or Barcelona fans throughout Spain, right? It is easy, for example, Malaga, right? If I bought a season ticket in Malaga, it would probably cost me about €100 or €150 for a season. If you were in La Liga, sorry. If you're in La Liga, season ticket was €150. I'd go to every game then, and then I'd leave out. I'd sell my season ticket for the Barcelona, Atleti, and Real Madrid games to one of those supporters, and I could probably get up to 300 per game. Right, so I'm obviously making, right? So the point I'm trying to make is that with away fans, you can't really tell who's home and away when it comes to the main three, because they're just everywhere. If you want, tell something, right? And it is, you need to look out on YouTube. 2 firms who have been quite active, let's just say, in the last few years. One is Real Vallecano, who are based in Madrid, but their politics are completely different to Real, Atleti, Barcelona. Right, okay, right. And the other one is Alaves. There's mad YouTube footage. Alaves, Barcelona fans fighting. Some crazy shit, I'm telling you. Check that out after this video. Oh, here we go. Sorry, my friend. Sorry you didn't have to. Sorry I put that on screen, man. Sorry. Sorry, Alan, I didn't. I bet it's supposed to be good. Bet it's are good as well, yeah. But I tell you what let me down. What let me down in the thinking about Betis. I watched Malaga at home against Betis, right? And it's an Andalusian derby, so it's like there's a derby which I don't know if Malaga to Seville to say 3 hours away. Say 3 hours away, and even though it was like a Saturday night game, it was very, very poor turnout for Betis. But I always thought Betis were a good set of fans until I went to that game expecting to be at least bloody. It wasn't half full. It was very poor turnout on that. Bearing in mind the travel distances were very small compared to some of the other games. What's the closest like Liga team to me? Well, used to be Malaga. Used to be Malaga, but obviously they've gone down to the Segunda Liga now. So would be Cadiz. They've recently been. Well, I don't know. Might be Granada. 2 hours. Probably similar distances to Granada or Cadiz, or how UK would pronounce it, Cadiz, right, with Z on the end. Slightly further afield, you got Betis and Sevilla. Yeah, but I always keep an eye out for my local one, which is Marbella, which is basically League One level. Finn, couldn't steal the season ticket row. I suppose that I suppose they could, but then I'm assuming I haven't done it yet, but I'm assuming you just go back to the club, say, "Oh look, I've lost my season ticket," and then they would give you a replacement because they've already got your details. But basically, that's what they do. It costs about €150 for a season ticket. You go to the lesser games, and then especially I tell you another thing as well. What happens over La Liga, right, is that play teams like Real Madrid and so on. They play the majority of their games. They play the majority of their games in the winter, in the north of Spain. So when the summers come in, tourists are coming, so on and so forth, they then play the 7 Spanish teams. As that attracts the tourists and blah, 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 blah. But yeah, I can see what you mean, Finn. But I mean, if I lost my Cardiff season ticket, I would just contact the club and say, look, lost my season ticket. And then they will give you a new one. We've got all the details, haven't I? Yeah. Yeah. Be back in. Always just see you about Brownie. Those were the best days at Foreign City World Cup with Marabagavani. Hardly miss any away game. Brilliant fisherman. I must bloody know you then. Come back. The amount of times you'd come back to fucking Abergavenny. I must know you then. Are you on like Twitter or anything? Check out my Twitter. The amount of times coming from like up north, coming down to coming into M6, M5, and may come a bit early, like if we were going like from Birmingham or something, Villa, and you're looking at the watch and you're thinking, fucking hell, it's too early to go home. I'm still off my nut. I can't fucking face her at bloody 8, 9 o'clock at night. So then we'd stop off in Abergavenny. We'll have a good few hours in Abergavenny, and then let's be honest, the wives and girlfriends, didn't know where the fuck you were going on a Saturday afternoon, whether it was bloody to Newport County or fucking Middlesbrough. So, yeah, Abergavenny was always a good backup plan for those away games in which the distances were so short that you can still get back at midnight by stopping off Abergavenny and get bladdered. Anyway, hope you're well. Hope you're well, my friend, and help me out to get more support from Abergavenny then, my friend. Big win for Granada tonight. Granada, yeah, we lost tonight, but they were already 2-0 up, weren't they? They were already 2-0 up against Mulder. Andalusia is really happy about it. We've had it tough regarding the COVID and so on. Granada, I'm telling you something, right? Granada, need to watch Granada. Granada could go all the way to a final because people are always on about Villarreal. But bloody, it makes no difference to Villarreal. No difference at all. Granada, dark horses, I'm telling you. Aaron, laughing. Finn, you ever play football? Yeah, I did, yeah. Yeah, I did. On trials, fair play to my old man. My father take me everywhere. Trials for Oxford, Sheffield United, Cambridge United. And, took on at Oxford. But my ankle is fucked, mate, to be honest. If anyone sees me walking, I walk with a slight limp. That's another story. But yeah, I got to like schoolboy level with professional team, and then I was it. Drinking, drugs, and women took over. Basically, I'm being honest with you. I'm being fucking honest with you. Is this guy again? Just in case it is, it may, Yeah, I'm being fucking honest with you there. Ian Rush or Ryan Giggs? Ian Rush or Ryan Giggs? Even though it'd have to be Ian Rush. It'd have to be Ian Rush. Different positions, though, isn't it? Different positions, that's the thing. And what you on about? You're on about club level or you on about international level? Because we all know the issues with Ryan Giggs not playing for Wales. Much during his career. Upper Cardiff, best Welsh player of all time, John Charles. Absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. 120%. I actually know John Charles' nephew. He lives over here, right? And obviously before shutdown, I used to bump into him quite often, and he loves the old photos and so on. Very similar, facial features, very, very similar to John Charles as well. Upper Cardiff international. Well, if it's international, it'd have to be Ian Rush by a long shot. Have to be Ian Rush by a long shot. Juventus fans worship John. They do. John Charles. A few facts for you guys. John Charles was the record goal scorer for Juventus in a single season, and that was only recently broken. I would say about the last 10 years. You're talking John Charles was playing for Juventus in the 50s. Right, so he had that record for basically 50 years. I think Del Piero took the record from him. I think so. Don't quote me on that. He could play anywhere. Well, he played centre half or centre forward. 1958, Wales got to the World Cup, and they got to a World Cup quarterfinals, and they were up against a young Pele, who was 17 at the time, I think. and they lost 1-0. Right, but Pele, on many interviews, has said the only reason they beat Wales at that time was because John Charles was injured with that game, and had he been playing, Brazil, who were the winners of the World Cup on that year, they went on to win the tournament, would not have gone past Wales. Wales would have progressed out of that tie, that quarter-final tie, 1950, was 58, it was in Sweden. Yeah, so there you go. Even Pele agrees with you up at Cardiff. Remember when he scored against Germany? Yeah, I remember. I was watching it the other day. Right, guys, I'm going to have to love you and leave you. It's nearly 2 hours now. I need to get on with my other work. I don't know. Sometimes I just think I look at this as therapy. We're just talking nonsense, talking football, having a couple of drinks. But tomorrow night, what the hell have I got myself in for? Right. Time Gentlemen Please podcast. I got Steve Dyer, and we are going to have some great conversations, great laughs, over a couple of drinks, and the truth about Joel Edley leaving Cardiff. The truth. Okay, until next time, please like, share, subscribe. Please tell your mates. Let's get to 1,000. Love you all. Many thanks. Bye-bye.